Happy Halloween.
Yay.
You might be wondering why we sound so miserable.
Because I'm sick.
Well,
And also...
That too. Some of you might remember. Last year for Halloween, we covered every single live-action Resident Evil film and series. And that was miserable.
But you guys were jerks and failed to mention that there was more Resident Evil movies.
Yeah?
Why?
You know, part of me is glad they mentioned this after the fact, because how long was that video?
2.5 hours?
It could have been 3.5. Could have been 3.5.
I don't
Could have been worse. Could have been worse.
I don't know, man.
Anyways, yeah, there's some animated stuff too that we were actually very well aware of, but we didn't want to do it.
But then someone's like, could you? And we're like, damn it.
I guess so.
Damn it.
If the public demands it of us, we have our civic duties to attend to. So,
speaking of which, subscribe to my OnlyFans. Now, starting off. All right, Resident Evil Degeneration.
Oh, we're just getting right into it.
Yeah,
okay.
we're just going in.
We're
going
right in.
The 2008 movie.
This was 2008?
Hold on, I want to double check. Yup, this was 2008. I know it didn't look like it was
not look like it's from 2008. That's for damn sure.
There, hold on. I want one fact check. One fact. This is the one about the plane, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. This is 2008.
Oh my.
They filmed it in 2007.
I would have thought like at least 5 years previous, like 2003.
Okay. So I guess the basic plot synopsis is that there's an airport and there's like a protest there because some dork, I don't even know what he did, but like he invested in some like health insurance company, and like Claire was there for some reason because she's part of the protest, and a plane crashes and zombies happen and they lock down the airport, and it turns out this was all a planned attack.
Correct. And then they're like, oh, we gotta get the big senator dude out of the airport safely because he's a terrible person, but he's still a senator. So we gotta rescue him. So they send Leon S. Kennedy in.
Who, okay, I'm gonna be rude. So remember how we said 1 minute ago that it looks bad? Every shot of Leon looks bad because every time you see him, he just stands like this.
And also, bring up my camera, please. See my face? This face right here? This expression I'm making? This is about the extent of the emotion every character, but especially Leon, makes. Every so often Leon will go like this, like he'll frown just a little bit. But that's pretty much it.
Yeah.
That's pretty much it, guys.
Let's just insult the animation now.
Honestly,
while we're here.
Yeah.
There's some female cop that goes with Leon. Her facial model is broken because they made her lips so big that sometimes she goes when she talks.
Yeah.
So that's really bad.
And she's a main character because her brother is a guy. He's a bad guy.
Yeah.
He's like, I want to unleash the G virus for some reason.
Hold on. The terrorist wants to expose the government for what they did in Raccoon City.
That's like, is that not just the plot of most of these animated movies?
Yep.
Yeah, if in case you weren't aware, these are all canon to the video games.
Yeah. Unlike the Mila Jovovich one and the remake and the Netflix show, these somehow...
No, the Netflix show's canon, remember? Don't forget the Netflix show's canon.
Stop! This is evil. You're bullying.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, there's also...
Resident Evil.
It's still on animation. I did notice that the scene where the senator and Claire are arguing in the airport, I'm pretty sure Claire's, there's no way I'm going to find this, but Claire's blinking animation spazzes out and clips on one of her hair.
Oh!
I noticed this.
I did not notice that.
Yeah, well, probably because you were bored, because this movie's boring.
You could say that for most of these, honestly.
But like I saw it clipping, and I'm like, did no one notice this? Yeah. Did no one notice this? And like, oh, and it's so like early motion capture, so everyone has to constantly be moving, like they're like kids jangling keys.
Yeah.
Like the beginning scene, everyone at the airport's like,
it's so overly animated, and it's like, again, it's all motion captured, so like, you don't have to make it overly animated. Just move like a normal human being would.
yeah, and like
It's not that hard.
And like maybe if there was like good cinematography to make full usage of this motion capture, but like they don't.
And like it's so drab.
Oh yeah,
like it's just all gray. There's no color.
oh
in
the
any
color
of the
palette's
movie.
so gray.
I think the only colors you see are on Claire's shirt, that bright red shirt or coat, whatever it is.
yeah,
It's the only spot of color in the movie.
It's actually it's like the most Gears of War looking movie.
Very Gears of War. Well, wait, when was this? 2008. So yeah, that's everything around that time looked like that.
Yeah.
It was either gray or brown, or somewhere in between.
Yeah. So animation for 2008 especially, like Polar Express.
yeah.
Hold on, when did Polar Express
That
come
was
out?
2007, I think.
Polar
I
Express.
want to say, I could be wrong.
2004.
Oh.
Bro, 2000.
Oh.
I don't even like Polar Express, but that movie visually looked better and made better usage of its motion capture technology than this does.
Oh my
Like in every way, shape, and form. This is also the first time Leon and Claire showed up since Resident Evil 2.
So a lot of these animated things do this thing where like it's the first meeting of characters either period or in a long time, and it's done with so little pomp and circumstance that it may as well not even matter.
Yeah, doesn't like in this movie they literally just go, Leon just shows up and goes, "Hey Claire."
Yeah,
Claire
it's
goes,
like,
"Hey,
oh
Leon."
hey you.
It's like, maybe next time we can meet each other in not these circumstances. And
Yeah.
Claire goes, "I agree. Can I have a gun now?" And Leon's like, "No." And then
Yeah.
they run.
And then
out
they
of
do
the
that exact exchange at the very end of the movie too. They're like, hopefully we're not in like almost dying next time we see each other. And
Right.
then they do. Spoilers.
Yeah. So, do you want to talk about the plot? Because I have some notes. I guess.
Howard, that implies I remember anything about the plots of these
So
movies.
let me remind you. Yay!
I know about the brother, and he's a terrorist, and that's about the extent of my knowledge on
So
this one.
Claire is part of this protest group. They don't want people to make bioweapons because bioweapons in Resident Evil, it's not like,
They're bad.
bacteria. They're just zombies because every world government, instead of making nukes, are making zombies.
Which, I mean, that's cooler
No, it's not. Shut up.
than nukes.
Dude, armies can easily take out zombies. Armies cannot take out a nuke.
I guess. But like zombies are cool.
No, they aren't. They're just dudes. You can just go like,
That's why Resident Evil has more than just zombies.
they have gargoyles.
Yeah.
Good thing they don't put anything cool like that in these movies.
I know, dude. Especially this one. Especially this one. There's
Okay.
nothing cool.
So Claire and the senator are at the airport. A plane crashes and a zombie thing happens. So the government shuts down the airport. They send in Leon, right, et cetera, and then they immediately leave the airport.
Yes.
So I was thinking, what's the plot? So the plot is the senator teams up with Leon and Claire, and they're like, these are planned attacks, and they're like, how is it planned? And then like they rushed a cure for the zombies, but the one truck they had carrying it, no one paid attention, and it just blew up in the military encampment, meaning someone waltzed into a military quarantine encampment, put a bomb in, blew it up, left, and nobody saw it. And then then Claire notices, oh, dude, Curtis Miller was at the airport. It had to have been him. And everyone goes, Guffaw? Who's Curtis Miller? Like she expects us all to know who Curtis Miller is.
Classic Resident Evil character, Curtis Miller.
Literally, the moment she said that, I did Google it to be like, who is Curtis Miller? Because the narrative's like, dude, you know, Curtis Miller.
Yeah.
Guy that's completely new to this movie. And then the lady officer who was with Leon when they saved the senator and Claire at the airport goes, that's my brother. But of course, it's like, you know, that's because she can't actually open her mouth because they made her lip model too big. And some British guy with the senator woos Claire into like their headquarters.
Oh, I forgot about that guy.
Yeah, and it turns out that they just have like a biodome where they just have zombies. And then the British.
Do you think? Do you think?
Pauly Shore.
What?
Nothing. Continue.
Okay.
I thought you were gonna make a biodome reference.
No. do you think Resident Evil, was it Retribution? Do you think they stole that from this movie?
Wait, hold on. We gotta get our timelines here straight. Hold on.
Oh yeah, we got. Which one came out first? I think Retribution was 2012.
Retribution. Yeah. Oh, Retribution stole from this movie. No way.
Can't believe Resident Evil is stealing from Resident Evil. Never thought I'd see the day.
It's like the whole Ants Bug Life beef, but with Resident Evil. But yeah, so they go to the biodome and the British guy's like, oh, the terrorist is here, he's gonna blow up the place. Then immediately blows up.
Yeah.
And the terrorist guy is like, I'm going to, hold on. Oh, okay, I wrote the bad guy's plan. So Curtis's plan, now I'm going fast through the plot because nothing happens in these movies, but
yeah,
Curtis's big plan, what I wrote was to cause an incident at the airport, which would then in turn have an emergency supply of the vaccine show up. He was then gonna blow it up. Then he was going to go back to the research facility and then blow up the rest. And then he's going to turn into the same monster that Birkin was in RE2.
That bugged me.
Yeah.
Because, like, I get the animation. Ain't good. It ain't good. But, like, you're doing all... This is the first movie, too. The first animated movie.
Mm-hmm.
The least you could... And, yeah, it's not, like, one-to-one Birkin.
It's very close.
It's very close.
It's like literally, it just looks like they swapped out heads.
Like, yeah, I get it. They both took the G virus, but like, come on.
Like, if the Plagas can make, in Resident Evil 4, which was out by the time this was out, if the Plagas can make every single character who uses it look
totally different,
how come the G virus, it just magically turns you into like the same thing Birkin was? I don't know.
I think really the only difference for Curtis was that he was like a little skinnier.
You know what? Here, well, I'll even show it on screen. Birkin.
Yeah.
All right, hold on. Okay, that's the remake.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's the remake. You know what? And I'll even show the original, just in case. All right, original, if I can even spell. Okay. All right, well, that's the remake.
Yeah.
That's concept art. That's concept art. Okay.
It's close enough.
Curtis Miller, you.
Yeah, he's just skinny.
Yeah.
He's just skinny. That's the
and
only difference.
His rock star hair is here.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So, like, I don't... Yeah, it's just the same thing. And they even do the battle damaged version of them, too. It's like, they just wanted to do Resident Evil 2 again, but they didn't have any idea how to do it. So the cop lady's like, how could I kill my brother? What does my brother become? And then Leon's like, oh, I know how he became that. Yeah, and then he kills him.
He's like, that's not your brother anymore. And then she's like, but what if it is? And then Curtis is like, I kind of still am, but not really. And then he tries to kill her.
No, hold on. I remember this because I wrote this down.
Okay.
The reason that he went to Angela in the end is because of their blood connection makes him want to breed her.
So, just like in RE2 with Birkin and Shelley.
Mm-hmm. The breed her line did make me want to go like...
Yeah, it was a little... It's a little questionable, to say the least.
I don't like that.
Not a fan.
I don't think that's nice. But it doesn't matter because Curtis was in the main bad guy the whole time. This was all planned by that random British dude.
Yeah.
which they immediately solved by arresting him.
Yeah.
And then they all lived happily ever after. The end.
Until Resident Evil Damnation.
Guys, you know what? We're going to bump Degeneration up a bit. We forgot to mention Leon confirmed gets poon. He doesn't... My man. My man.
Finally. Himbo no longer.
My man. Only Capcom main character to get it. Only one. Not Ryu. Not Dante. Not Mega Man.
Leon S. Kennedy.
Hell yeah. In a canon 3D movie from 2008. This is
Tier list.
Is this C tier?
Oh, that's generous.
Oh.
I was gonna give it a D.
Oh, it's a D tier.
I was thinking D.
It's D tier. All right, I'm okay with that. I'm all right, fine. D tier. D tier. Hold on, but is it above Afterlife or above Mortal Kombat? Where are you putting it? Is it in between?
Oh man, that's tough. I don't even remember which one Afterlife was.
That was the one inside the Biodome.
I thought that was Retribution.
Oh, I'm sorry. I misspoke. Afterlife's right here. Afterlife was the prison. Retribution. Okay, so it's Retribution and Mortal Kombat.
Retribution and Mortal Kombat.
I think it's above personally. Both of them. Because I like this more than Retribution.
I don't know. I like it. I like Retribution a little more just because it's dumb and funny.
Okay, all right. Well, we'll put it in the middle. We'll put it right in the middle.
Right.
Middle of Retribution and Mortal Kombat. I think that's fair. I think that's fair. Hold on, I'm writing this as
Mortal Kombat's also like well directed. It's not good, but it's well directed, which this movie is not. So I don't know. Putting it in the middle is fine. I'm okay with putting it in the middle.
Okay, all right. Well, that's good. Next one, Resident Evil Damnation.
And hey, I didn't hate this one.
Wow, I did. I thought it was the most boring one next to a future one.
Oh. We'll get to that.
All right.
We'll get to that.
So this has nothing to do with the last movie.
Yes.
I'm going to bring this
up.
Except
that Leon's in it.
And it takes place after 5. Mm-hmm. So there's a European civil war going on because apparently they're using like BOWs as nukes. Mm-hmm. Rumored. So Leon goes there. In the beginning of the movie, literally is Leon going there and getting a call saying, yeah, no, mission's done, get out.
And he's like, wait.
I'm here to say freedom.
You pulled me out of vacation just for this. I'm going to stay here.
I'm going to go give people freedom. Like he's Braveheart.
Yeah.
And I'm like, this is great. Mm-hmm. This is great. So I'm expecting a fun, wacky adventure. What I get is Leon getting captured, Ada talking to some random lady for an hour, Leon just kind of wandering around Call of Duty maps, and then a plot happens.
But Leon has his good friend name I can't remember.
JD.
JD, how could I forget?
Who's just the blonde Matt McMuscles.
He's the best character in the movie.
Good. It's sad that, you know, spoiler alert, he dies 30 minutes into the movie.
Yeah.
And we have
Who knows? Maybe in Resident Evil 9 we could have been playing as JD.
Yeah.
That'll never happen.
Yup. I mean, the animation's better in here, but
the movements are a lot less, like, over-exaggerated. It feels a little more natural.
And the cinematography, I would say, is being a little bit more adventurous with the fact that it was, of course, motion capture. Mm-hmm. The issue is that it's just, the movie's the same thing over and over again. It's just Leon talking, walking in a straight line, fight scene. Leon walking in a straight line, fight scene. Leon walking in a straight line, fight scene. Leon walking in a straight line, oh hi Ada, fight scene. It's the most like nauseating rinse, repeat every 3 minutes.
And once again, the main villain, his whole plan is like basically the same as like every other one of these. He's like, my family died and I want to get revenge on the people who killed them, so I'm going to use bioweapons.
But I'm going to encourage the force that I'm oppressing to use bioweapons first so that way the government will side with me, then I can sick my bioweapons on them.
It's real 4D chess
Yeah.
moves here.
And Ada's there to be like, ha, I know you're using bioweapons, but then, yeah, she was the president, and the president goes, huh, I know Kung Fu, and then there's like a Kung Fu fight in like the Oval Office in that country.
That was kind of fun.
It was funny, but I was just kind of sitting there like.
And then the president was it an actual country or was it a fictional country?
It was a fictional country. I'm pretty sure.
So like she has
But like it's supposed to be like Slavic countries.
Yeah. Everyone's got like Russian accents.
Yeah.
So she has like an elevator into a secret lab because every Resident Evil movie's got to have a goddamn secret lab, or every Resident Evil thing, period, has to have a secret lab. My bad. So yeah, she just has an elevator in her office right down to a secret lab, and there's just a bunch of tyrants down there.
Yeah, no.
There's like 10 tyrants.
Yeah, because she was waiting for them to use the plagas, so she tried to basically gaslight these people she was oppressing to use the plagas, and for some reason the plagas gives them JoJo like stands where if you use the plagas, you could just control liquors, but I don't know where the liquors come from.
It was very unclear.
You know, so like this one guy, his name's Buddy, he literally does the Jotaro like, and then like, liquors just come out of the crawl and start like kung fu fighting tyrants, and I'm like, I really wish they were having more fun with this, because this is the stupidest thing ever. Like, if this was in Resident Evil Village, everyone would be having fun.
Exactly.
But the fact that Buddy's like, I am such a serious character, I'm Star Platinum, and then like liquors just start coming, and I'm like, what? You look like the guy from Infamous. Calm down. Calm down.
That's right, the guy's name was Buddy.
It was Buddy and JD.
What a couple of European-sounding names, Buddy and JD.
Yeah, and like the moment JD died and the movie became all about Buddy, and I'm like, I want JD to talk about like, bro, I love America. I have like 30 DVDs.
And none of them are pirated.
No bootlegs, the real deal. I'm like, dude, he's so great. I love him.
Best character. Best character in all of Resident Evil.
So like he uses the Orewa liquor stand, and then at some point Leon Spike just gets taken outside, and they just fight tyrants for like a half hour, and it gets kind of boring.
They get a tank, which is cool.
Yeah.
That was neat.
And then the tyrant also picks up Leon and whips him, and his back just goes like...
Yeah, it folds in half, and he's miraculously fine.
Yeah, enough to climb up on a tank and turn it to shoot a tyrant. And no, tyrants are like 9 feet tall, and then they kill one, and then more show up.
I mean, as we know from everything else Resident Evil, Leon S. Kennedy is just built different.
Yeah, that's true.
Like this is a demonstrable fact. So I'm willing to look past that. This takes place after 4, right?
Yeah, after 4.
All right, so Leon's been through the ringer already.
Yeah, and then they get cornered by a bunch of them on what literally looks like 100%, like by the fountain, the first map in Gears of War 1. It literally.
I know. We gave. I already forgot the title of the movie. Degeneration. That's what I thought, but I wasn't sure. I know we gave Degeneration a lot of crap for looking at like Gears of War, but this is like straight out of Gears of War.
Yeah, like literally, because there's no art style, it literally looks like if you told me that they're running around on a Call of Duty map pack, I'd believe you.
Yeah.
In fact, I would purchase the map just because I think, oh, this is the map from Damnation.
From Resident Evil Damnation.
All right, they run into the fountain, and the guy's like, I cannot use my stando power anymore because all my liquors died. And I'm like, how'd you get him in the first place? But whatever. And then
it was kind of fun, like seeing the liquors take down the tyrant. Well, no, attempt to take down the tyrant.
It's a cool idea, but the movie's A, too serious, and B, the character who's using it's way too. Imagine if it was Ethan using that. That would be so fun.
It would be.
Or Leon himself, or literally anyone else. But he's just
like the tyrant starts like Kratos Blades of Chaos with the liquors, just whipping them around at people. It was awesome.
Yeah, no, the zombie fights was fun, but it's just that Buddy's a crap character, And in the end, it doesn't matter because America just carpet bombs the place
Yeah.
anyway.
As America tends to do.
Because apparently Russia asked America, hey, the girls are fighting. Can we just, like, stop it, like, now? So they do a joint agreement and just blow up the country. Yeah. There's no civilians there anymore at this point. Like,
it's all zombies.
It's all zombies. Which apparently was just gonna happen without Leon even doing anything.
So he didn't have to be there at all.
The movie didn't need to happen.
Yeah.
It was gonna solve itself anyway. And then you go, well, but what about the president villain? What about that? She gets arrested for war crimes.
Yeah.
Without Leon. Leon was literally not needed in this movie in any way, shape, or form. The plot didn't need to happen because it resolved itself.
Yeah.
That infuriated me, Dave. I don't think I don't care if someone does a JoJo stand with liquor. That was insult. They literally could not figure out a way to end the movie. So they went, you know what? Screw it. We give up.
Everything's fine. It's all hunky-dory.
I can't. It's so... They get rid of my JD.
Yep.
It's just people walking. It's like The Hobbit, but with a tyrant at the end. I'm sorry, I can't. This is a D tier movie. I can't in good conscience put it any higher. I'm sorry.
You do you.
I'm sorry.
I would put it in C,
No.
personally.
No, because the movie didn't need to exist.
I know, but it was dumb and stupid and funny.
If I can just take the YouTube clips.
I guess that's fair. Can we do a high D?
Oh yeah, I was gonna put it like the highest D we could possibly.
All right. I'll take that.
Yeah, the highest D we could possibly give it. Right? Nothing I can think of can trump this one.
All right.
All right. This. Now
We're on to the good stuff finally.
we are finally here, Dave. We are in peak fiction territory. Peak fiction.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Peak fiction.
So, all right. So Resident Evil Vendetta.
Should be in the Criterion collection.
It is a masterpiece, and we're going to explain it.
Yes.
Here is our 2-hour-long video essay.
Specifically on this movie.
Can we get some red lighting here so we can have the bisexual lighting, please?
Yes.
Thank you. Okay, perfect. Now, the plot is, Chris is deciding to hunt down some CIA guy who took some zombie virus, but he loses pretty bad, and the bad guys go to kill Rebecca, but Rebecca is a super genius and already invents a virus to help her, not die, and they go, man, this virus is a lot like something a certain someone took care of, wink, wink, wink. Let's go get to him, and they go to Leon, and Leon's suffering from PTSD, but they convince him.
They literally find him just like drinking himself to death in a bar.
Yeah.
Which doesn't feel like Leon to me, but he gets over it pretty quickly.
Yeah. The thing about Leon, and I don't think everyone understands, but all right, Leon's a himbo.
Yes.
I think he's too stupid to understand grief.
Yeah. So like he and Chris get into an argument, and Rebecca's like, "Stop being stupid, both of you." And they're like, "Okay, we'll go save the day now." Sounds like a plan.
Yeah, doesn't she also say like her trauma's worse than Leon's?
Something like that.
And I'm like, listen, Rebecca.
You only lived through one Resident Evil game. Leon lived through 2.
Yeah.
Plus 2 movies.
Plus 2 movies. This is Resident Evil 6, so that means 2, 4.
Oh, it is after,
after
6, isn't it?
Yeah, so that means he survived Raccoon City.
Yep.
He survived Spain. He survived. He survived a zombie T-Rex in 6. He survived getting blue-balled by Ada 3 times. All right? He has it way worse than Rebecca. So why is Rebecca the one eating like Karma sugar-glazed frappiatos? And she like doing like TikTok dances while Leon's drinking himself to death? This doesn't make any sense.
But it's okay. It's still peak fiction. We're telling you, we promise.
Listen, it's okay. It's fine, all right? It's fine, all right? Okay. So then it turns out there was this dude who, during a missile strike to wipe out zombies,
He was getting married, and literally his entire wedding party got killed except for him.
and his wife's arm.
It is not explained how he was the only one to survive. Well, no, okay, so because the dad of who was, what was the relation again?
With who? With who?
The big Hulk-looking dude.
Oh,
Who used to be the who? What was the relation between Arius and the guy and the femme fatale looking?
Well, the femme fatale, I thought those two were like siblings, right? Were they?
No.
No. The femme fatale, the big guy was her father.
Yes. What was their relationship to Arius? It is revealed here that Diego and Maria are father and they're just friends.
Yeah, they're just homies.
All right.
They're just buddies.
So yeah, they survive, but Arius does some weird BOW stuff to them, and they're like, I don't know, what is Maria like anything special except other than a good fighter?
No, she's like bio-enhanced to be a good fighter.
But her dad's like a Hulk.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Peak fiction, please.
Peak fiction.
We're,
he's got a minigun too.
We have to weave the argument. So they like just jump everyone and kidnap Rebecca. Yeah. So Chris and Leon do like the thing in JoJo Part 3 where Polnareff and Kakyoin do like the fist bump thing in the submarine.
Yep.
And they go and they like with a bunch of guns and go, let's go to New York, everyone. Mm-hmm. And what follows is the best 40-minute action sequence you could possibly get from 3D animation.
Correct.
It has, which the only one nitpick I have is everyone in New York's crying like, zombie invasion. If this is after 6, guys, these zombie invasions are weekly. How come we don't have a plan other than 2 big buff guys walking into
Because they know how successful Chris Redfield is. We've seen this man punch boulders at this point. There is nothing he cannot do.
It's like, where's, so they just...
Listen. All right, not to spoil this, but I know I said Resident Evil Death Island is the Godzilla Final Wars of the Resident Evil series, but I'm going to make another Final Wars comparison. You know how in that movie they're like, well, Earth is fucked. We need all these monsters are here. Let's just get Godzilla. That's what everyone here is doing. Like, oh, New York's fucked. Let's call Chris Redfield.
But it's like the Powerpuff Girls. The mayor picks up the red phone and he's like, Chris!
literally, that's what it is. That is what it is.
Chris shows up with the Wolf Squad and he doesn't have a gun. He just has his big biceps. It's like, I'm gonna punch everything.
What? They need a bat signal. But instead of a bat,
it's a boulder.
It's a boulder. It's just like a misshapen circle in the sky.
And everyone's like, is that an eclipse? And someone goes, oh no, Redfield's coming to town.
And you just hear him screaming Wesker as he runs across the city.
You can hear like the ground starts shaking as he starts dashing. He's mad dashing. So the movie starts off with like, what was it? Like the action scene. It's like zombie dogs are like chasing Leon on a freeway, and Leon's doing motorcycle tricks in the most
peak fiction.
Unironically, the raddest thing. Oh, and they didn't even bother to do the Akira reference because he was too busy fighting dogs. Yeah. I was like, God damn.
They could have done it, but they had restraint. One of the few times they had restraint in this movie.
Oh my God! And then they both get to like wherever the building the bad guy is because he's planning on marrying Rebecca and implanting.
Well, the reason he's planning on marrying Rebecca, he's like, you look like my wife. Do you want to marry me? You don't have a choice in the matter.
Also, I'm putting my wife's arm on you. Cool, got it.
That way you look even more like my wife.
Because I'm not taking this ring off. I got it fit for her. We're not resizing it. Just die. Just put it on. All right? Like, shut up and put the arm on, all right? Mm-hmm. It's like you could just be like,
yeah,
new arm.
It's like a Lego dude.
It's literally like a Lego dude. And like, oh my God. And so then what was it? It was then Leon and Chris just doing wrestling moves on zombies in a hallway.
Yes. Yes.
Which was rad.
Again, peak fiction.
And then Leon,
I'm not going to stop saying it until we're done with reviewing this.
Leon just gets a gun and knife and just like, just headshots like 30 zombies in a row. While Chris goes upstairs and does the best gunfight I've ever seen in my life between him and the bad guy, where they're just bobbing and weaving like it's a boxing match, but they're just trying to shoot each other. My favorite part is when after one of them misses, they just start spinning in a circle trying to shoot each other's feet.
Yep.
That was amazing. Then Chris does like a power drive into like a glass room. and then the big guy is like, big guy, use your Super Saiyan on me because I'm dying. And the big guy takes off his power limiters like he's goddamn Frieza and merges with the bad guy or something to become like Super Bioweapon 3 or whatever. And then they fight a giant monster while they're jumping from a helicopter because a helicopter shows up. So they're trying to fight this giant Hulk-sized monster. Oh my God, it's so fun. How did they even get? Was it a sniper shot or something?
I don't remember.
I'm trying to. How did they beat him?
I don't remember half of these movies.
Did they chuck him off the building or something?
I think so.
Yeah,
I think they chucked
something
him off the
happened
building.
and he fell off the building a second time and he splatted.
Yeah.
But peak fiction, and then everyone is happy. Everyone's doing the congratulations. Leon's PTSD is solved.
He's cured.
He's cured. The fight, but yeah, that's the plot. Peak fiction. The other nitpicks. None of these are way too important. Oh wait. I wrote the title card of Chris screaming to the explosion that brought up the title card was really funny. I forgot about that.
It was very good.
Because like he gets jumped by the main bad guy in the beginning, and he just goes, ah! And then the title card just shows up. And I was laughing. I was laughing. It was very funny. But oh yeah, that's how. Okay, I totally forgot. So the virus infection also was weird because it was like everyone's already infected.
Oh yeah, that's right.
But if you hit a button, they can just turn into the zombie.
Very.
Because if it's
interesting choice.
Yeah, so the virus is in you, and if you hit a button and another virus comes in contact with you, you become a zombie. Which I'm like, that seems like we have too many steps here.
Yeah.
Like too many.
Just take out the middleman. It'll be much easier to accomplish your goals.
Yeah. Also, Rebecca did nothing in this movie. I'm thinking B. B.
Yeah.
Okay.
High B.
Do we put it? Okay, so is it above Resident Evil Apocalypse?
I think so.
Okay.
I think it's above Apocalypse.
But under Sonic 2.
Yeah.
That seems fair.
Okay.
That seems fair.
Cool.
That seems
cool.
That seems very, very fair.
Oh boy. Netflix is at it again with Resident Evil.
Boy, does Netflix really like releasing video game things that aren't good.
They've done good things, but they've also done bad things.
So they decided, with the success of Resident Evil 2 remake, hey, what if we made another movie with Claire and Leon? So Leon's third movie in a row. I'm sorry, no, fourth, right? Wait, no, hold on. Was he in Damnation? I forget.
Yeah, he was in all of them.
Oh my God, fourth!
He's in all of them.
He's in all of them!
These movies really like Leon, which, understandable.
Yeah, so fourth movie in a row where there's...
It ain't even technically a movie.
Yeah, I'm gonna guess it was a movie that they split into 4 parts.
Well,
as a TV show.
I was looking at the director's IMDb or something, and it had Infinite Darkness listed as a movie.
Yeah.
So I think it was initially intended to be a movie.
And then they probably did something screwy where Netflix is like, dude, I figured out that we can pay the animation team $10,000 less if we legally classify this as a TV show after they already made it.
But you know what sucks about it? I probably would have liked it a little more if it was a movie, because my biggest problem with Resident Evil Infinite Darkness, 4 episodes long, and I watched it over like maybe a week or so.
Same.
Couldn't remember a single damn thing between episodes.
Yeah.
So, not a single thing
It's pretty
stuck out to me.
obvious that it was originally a full movie,
Yes.
not planned to be. It's incredibly obvious because the cuts don't even make sense.
No.
It really does. Other than like maybe the split between episode 3 to 4 where Claire gets kidnapped.
Yeah.
Other than that, like everything else, no. So so this movie?
There's war
in Pniestamps,
Tmiestamps.
where there's a conspiracy about what happened to all the vets there, and there was a hack on the White House. And Leon was there. So they're gonna figure out who tried to hack the White House.
Oh, and we're turning back the clock a little bit. This one takes place after 4, like right after 4.
Yeah, right after 4,
Okay.
before 5.
Yeah, these movies aren't very clear on their timeline, but this one's a little more because someone makes a comment like, Leon S. Kennedy, isn't that the guy who saved the president's daughter? And I'm like, these have all been like sequential. How long has this dude been president for? And then I realized, oh, no, it's a prequel technically.
So that's the plot, is that Leon's gonna like find out about what's going on with the Mad Dogs and the zombie attack on the White House. I have this note because I have to bring it up. The motion capture is too uncanny at this point. Like the whole entire show, not only is the motion capture way too uncanny because it's way too realistic at this point. Most of it did not need to be 3D, specifically for this show. There's like barely any creative cinematography choices. There's like it just feels like if you did this in live action, nothing would change.
Yeah.
At all. I mean, I guess maybe that they had to add more scenes of people doing nothing to make it a TV show. I don't know. I don't know. It's just because most of the show, it's not like Damnation where it's Leon does an action scene, walk. Leon does an action scene, walk. No, it's Leon stays still, talks to someone. Something might happen. Leon sits down, talks to someone. Nothing might happen. Leon sits down, talks to someone. There's like 3 action sequences in this movie. Meanwhile, like every single 30 seconds in the other movie, there's an action sequence. And that's, like, listen, I get it. All action in a movie, that could be a good thing or a bad thing. But like, it just feels like just they don't know what to do.
Yeah.
Because they have nothing for this plot. Which, like,
I mean, Claire is a main character in the film, and she is given almost nothing to do past the 2nd episode, and even that's being generous.
No, all she does throughout the first 3 episodes is she's like, I'm going to be an investigative journalist or whatever, right? That's fine. I don't need Claire to go in like Rambo every single time I see her. But if you're gonna give her the job of being like the journalist, how come Leon's learning about the incident and not Claire? Like every single time Claire's in a scene, she just harasses a presidential person, like the Secretary of Defense. Like, is it true that you're big and stinky? And then she like harasses him, and then Leon goes, "Whoa, hi Claire," and then like Leon just learns about the whole thing Claire was looking up for. She doesn't get anywhere close, mind you, and then she gets kidnapped.
She really stumbles through the plot.
She's just there. Like, I'm not trying to be a dick, but like, she's just there.
Yeah. Like, I can't name a single time Claire did something of consequence in the series.
Even in the climax, she does nothing.
She's still tied up for half of the climax.
And then when she's out of it, what does she do? She just stands up and tries to hide from like acid or something.
Yeah.
And then she hits a few buttons to stop the acid. It's like, she doesn't do anything.
She did not need to be in the movie.
Which makes it more clear that this was only to bank off a Resident Evil 2 remake.
Yeah.
Because they didn't even know what to do with Claire. They had no idea what to do with Claire. Like, at all.
Which I mean, part of me understands because, like, 6 was the last time we saw Claire.
List
think.
of games. Claire Redfield. What games? In Resident Evil series. 2, Code Veronica, Revelations 2.
Was that the most recent one she was in?
Yeah, she wasn't in 6.
Okay. Oh, okay. So all right. So I think, but Revelations 2 was even newer than 6. So
Yeah,
okay,
Revelations 2 was after
I'll take
6.
it. I'll take it.
Yeah.
But still,
I
get, and it's something I appreciate. Damnation for doing, Vendetta for doing. They're so interchangeable.
Just kidding. Vendetta was Sherry.
What?
The Degeneration was the one that had Claire.
I know. I'm not talking about Claire.
Oh, okay, my bad.
Vendetta, I appreciate them because, like, oh God, I'm forgetting her name.
Sherry.
Rebecca.
Rebecca. Oh my God. Why am I saying Sherry?
I don't know.
Who the? All right. Sorry.
I appreciate these movies because, like, Rebecca Chambers was in a single game.
Yeah.
And they're probably kind of trying to bring her into the spotlight in these, so I appreciate them doing that. And so they're kind of trying to do that for Claire too, but especially in this one, it doesn't really work that well.
Oh, like not at all. Not at all.
Because again, they don't give her a single damn thing to do.
I think she doesn't do anything. We're not even at like the main plot, by the way.
I know,
We're
we
just
haven't talked
complaining
about the main plot at
Claire.
all.
It's just like she's a literal eye candy.
Yeah.
Literal eye candy. And Leon, it's just I can't understand the plot. It's like, okay, so the Secretary of Defense sends America into a civil war that's going on where they're using BOWs, but it was a lie so that the Secretary of Defense can test a new bioweapon out. So they get infected, and the leader of the Mad Dogs survived. It's only him. So what he's deciding to do...
And Shenmei's brother, kind of.
Yeah, and Shenmei's brother,
We haven't mentioned
kind of.
Shenmei, but...
Yeah. And she was a doctor during that.
Yes.
So they're working together to expose the Secretary of Defense. But of course, like every single badly written Resident Evil villain, how do they do this? Through journalism with Claire? No. What are you, an idiot? They're going to turn themselves into a zombie or something.
Yeah, that's the plot.
Yeah. So Leon just like whips out a Glock. No, they tell Leon this plan, thinking Leon's gonna go with it.
Yeah.
And Leon just whips out a Glock. The guy who survives is Jason. He whips out a Glock and just shoots him point blank. Goes, nah. And then he leaves. Then Shenmei's like, yeah, that guy was probably evil, but I'm doing it to save my brother. And then she like takes him to China to show that his brother is like half dead but half alive.
He's like half zombie.
Yeah,
he's like
half
a zombie, but they're kind of like keeping him alive.
Like conscious?
Yeah, it was kind of vague on how on that.
But it's okay. You don't really need to care
Yeah,
because
it's
Jason
not
is not actually dead. He blows it up and
Yeah.
kills everyone anyway, except Shenmei and Leon. And then they go and find out that the U.S. Department has a secret underground lab because those are just everywhere.
Again, every Resident Evil thing ever, it's got to have a secret lab. That's like rule number 1.
Yeah, see, a secret underground lab. And Jason shows up and he goes, I'm gonna kill you.
I am evil now.
I'm gonna show the world fear that beats the
I'll show them what real terror is like. And then he becomes a big Hulk dude, but he's still like 100% conscious.
Yeah, and his plan is just to Kool-Aid Man out of the lab and to just show the puppet, the public, yeah, look at me, I'm a zombie with the government experiment. You know, look at me, hi, or murder them. I really don't know. The narrative doesn't seem to explain it.
Because like you would think, consider his plan is to expose the government for what they've been doing.
Yeah.
Does he really not think that as soon as someone sees him, they're not just going to be like, shoot that thing right now. It's a freak of nature. It needs to be put down. I don't care that it's talking to me.
Yeah, why didn't he like wait until he found a way to get on public TV?
Call Chris Redfield. We need him stat.
Chris just jumps down into the lab with acid like, it's time, and like starts punching him.
Activate the Chris signal.
He puts on sunglasses. Oh yeah, it's Chrisin time. What's the punch?
But seriously, like you didn't think people would be like, ew, what's wrong with him?
Yucky.
Literally. That's what literally anyone in this universe would do.
Why?
No one would listen to him.
Why didn't they just show like what was her name? What was her name? I forget.
Shenmei.
Shenmei. Why didn't they just show the public Shenmei, like her brother?
I don't
Why?
know.
Why
that
didn't
makes
they
so much more sense?
Or like, if anything, why didn't he like find a way to like spin that zombie attack so he has to speak on live television over the fact that the Secretary of Defense was attacked because he was the bodyguard, right? Why didn't he just use that as an opportunity to time it so that his transformation, because he's already infected like the whole time we see him. He's taking like Zombrex from Dead Rising 2 to like
literally Zombrex.
Yeah, literally Zombrex. And like, so why didn't you just time it so he could just transform and then say like, this is what your government did to me, and he transforms and he just kind of sits there peacefully, right?
Makes so much more sense.
But like, no, instead he's gonna try to kill him in a secret lab away from everyone, try to Kool-Aid Man his way out of it, and then like, the fight with Leon is just like him and Leon just jumping from like height to height to try to smack each other, while Claire is just kind of like doing doing like an old-timey dance, trying to avoid acid because acid's filling up. Why did they feel like this needed to be a TV show?
I don't know.
It's like they had nothing. And like, honestly, okay, you know what? I'll even show it. Okay, hold on. What was this guy's name? Jason.
Good on you for remembering his name in the first place.
I wrote it down. That's why I remember his name.
That would do it.
All right. Now, hold on. I'm trying to remember because I wrote this note down, and I know you're not going to get it.
Okay.
But like, okay, all right. See Jason here.
Yes.
He looks like he looks like younger Togoro's transformation from Yu Yu Hakusho.
Okay.
Hold on. Let's see if I can bring it up. Yeah. Okay. This is 100%, right? But hold on. 100. It was 100% of 100%. That's what his form was. Where's the image? Come on. Yeah.
Wow.
Isn't it like a little uncanny that it's like if this and Abomination were put together, that's what Jason's form looked like? It's just the younger Togoro.
Oh my god.
Because his mutation doesn't even look that. It's I'll put him here. Younger Togoro and Abomination. Just shove them together and you get this thing. I don't get it. The only thing I liked about this movie was when they were in a submarine and Leon fights a bunch of zombie rats.
He fought the rats. That was the only good part of the movie.
Yeah, hold on. What else do I got? I think I wrote some bang. Oh my god, yeah. Jason gets PTSD explaining his backstory to Leon, and then Leon goes, I've had it worse.
Literally.
And I'm like,
listen, Jason, I've survived 4 Resident Evil games at this point. You've survived 0. I think I have it a little worse than you.
I know you've seen all your friends and relatives died, but however, can you think of me for just 1 second as on my first day of the job, people I've never met all died.
They all die.
And then I had to go to Spain. And then what else did Leon do? He went to an airplane. An airport.
He went to an airplane.
He went on an airplane and he went to an airport and he I hate this movie.
Where are we putting this?
Okay. I'm thinking F is a little too harsh.
I thought the same.
So I'm thinking E.
Yes.
Under,
what do we have in E?
Extinction and Afterlife. I as much as I hated them, I enjoyed more things about these 2 movies than I think I can with Infinite Darkness.
I don't remember much of Afterlife.
Afterlife was the one in the prison where they fought Wesker in the end, in the slow-mo fight scene in the ship.
Ooh, I don't know.
Ooh, okay, so like the middle then? Because Extinction was bad, but it's like funny bad.
You know what? I'll put it below both of them. That's what I'm saying. I'm putting it below both of them. I'm being mean today.
Lowest E. Lowest E.
Boo.
All right. Okay.
We're kind of starting to go back up just a little bit.
Not too much. Not too much. But now we have the most recent one.
Came out this year, the year of our Lord 2023.
Did it actually?
Yeah. This is brand new.
Damn, that Blu-ray really did cost nothing. Yeah, I bought the physical editions of all of these because I had the money and I thought it'd be funny. I wasted $30 on this. Which, I don't know how much you spent renting it.
I rented them all. They were all like, probably 20, maybe 22. Because I remember Death Island, because it was a more recent release, it was like a little more expensive than the other ones.
Okay. This went to the box office?
Whoa! Is that
no?
whopping $61,000.
In Japan.
Did it? Yeah, there's no way this came out in the theaters here in the States. There's no way.
Because no one cares.
Yeah.
So we have Resident Evil, Death Island, came out in 2023. It's...
You put the Smash thing. Everyone is here.
Everyone is here. Except Ada. And,
Wesker's dead at this point.
Oh yeah, wait, when does this take
Actually,
place?
when does this take place?
2015, that's right before 7.
Okay, so yeah, Wesker is dead.
So Ethan's not here.
Mm-hmm.
But I think at this point, Mia might have been gone at this point. In the Resident Evil timeline.
Okay.
Who else is who else is missing? So it's Ada.
Where has Barry been during like literally all of these, including the games?
He was in Revelations too.
Okay.
That was like the last time he was there.
All right.
But yeah, where is Barry?
Barry hasn't been seen in years.
I miss Barry.
I miss Barry too.
I like Barry.
Oh,
Carlos? Carlos is just gone.
Yeah. Has Carlos been in anything since 3?
No, just like Sheva.
Okay.
They've just been in nothing. So Carlos and Sheva are gone, which is sad because I like Carlos.
They
but
went
whatever.
to live on a farm upstate. They're doing really, really well. They're all happy.
Carlos's ship got destroyed when going back to his home planet, so we will not be returning to the Itchy and Scratchy show. But yeah, no. So we got Jill, Leon, Claire, Chris,
Rebecca.
Rebecca.
I think that's it, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
And turns out there's a new virus that spreads from an injection shot, and they go, where is it coming from? And Rebecca, no, this is like 2 minutes into the plot.
Yeah, I can see it moves very quickly.
Rebecca goes, Alcatraz. And they just go to Alcatraz, and then fighting happens.
Which, you know what? I don't care. That's fine.
Whatever.
At this point,
who cares?
4 movies in, I'm down for whatever, man.
Whatever.
If you want to set a big zombie busting action movie in Alcatraz, more power to you.
But so,
Call of Duty did it first.
So now I got to bring up the thing that was kind of annoying. So they have everyone. Cool. Cool. Real cool. Question. Resident Evil 3 took place in like the 90s and early 2000s.
Yeah, 98.
98.
Right.
Something like that. Claire also was in Resident Evil 2. That also took place in 1998. So I gotta ask, fellas, why are they both in their exact same Resident Evil remake designs when theoretically this is 15 years later?
Leon looks different.
Chris looks different, but he does that in every game.
That's true. But Jill and Claire look exactly the same. I really actually want to know, because Jill's in the same outfit too.
Yeah, no, it's a 100%. Honestly, I was looking at it, I'm like, there's something in me that's screaming they used the same model from the RE3 remake.
And they even like call attention to like, oh, you know, Jill blames herself for you know, betraying us because of Wesker, and it's like, okay, why does she look 15 years younger?
Yeah. Note, in Resident Evil 5, she was controlled by Wesker, and her hair was blonde, and she also had really long hair. This change stayed with Revelations, which I think was canonically after, maybe? I forget, off the top of my head. But, like, why does she have the same exact look from 3? It seems like they just were like, oh, God, we really got to make use of this model because no one liked the 3 remake.
No one liked the remake, the 3rd remake, yeah.
Like, I think
Which, don't get me wrong, it's a good look. I like that look.
It's
but
fun.
not 15 years on.
It doesn't canonically make sense.
It doesn't.
So, like,
I get it. They're lazy with these movies. They reuse models half the time in these movies. But you gotta... Suspension of disbelief only goes so far. And there's a reason why she looks like that, but I also have to bring up the fact that this is the only movie where, unironically, you need to know more than just Raccoon City existed and it blew up. You need to know the plot of 5, because they just straight up one of the main twists of 5. Because the whole plot of Resident Evil 5 is Chris going, oh, gotta punch a boulder. And going through Africa, going, gotta punch a boulder, gotta punch a boulder. Wait, where's Jill? I gotta find Jill. Then punch a boulder. Then Jill, boulder, Jill, boulder. And then, like, the plot twist is that, oh, she was Minecraft. They just spoil it in the first couple. Like, I get it, it's an old game, but, like, none of the other movies did this. No.
Then Chris just name drops a character who died in 6, and I'm like,
did he?
Yes. When Jill was like, I feel bad because I wanted to kill you, and Chris goes, I've seen someone die. Then he named a person. That was a character in 6.
I don't remember that.
It's because I had to Google it. But
so I haven't played 6.
Along with that, this is a direct sequel to Vendetta. Yeah,
that was surprising because they have Maria's back. They name dropped Arius a few times.
Yeah. So this is a direct sequel to a movie, but in between you theoretically watching Vendetta, you need to play Resident Evil 5 and 6 to understand what is going on.
So stay tuned for the official DCM Resident Evil chronological timeline playthrough. We're going to start with 0. We'll do a movie commentary for all the movies.
Subscribe to us on Patreon.
Right up through Resident Evil Village. It'll all be chronological order.
Yep. We'll even play the originals and the remakes at the exact same time, so that way it won't be confusing. But
who's gonna play who when we do 5 and 6? They're all co-op.
Well, 6 has 3 co-op 4. So
how many campaigns does it have?
Chris's, Leon's, a separate Ada campaign, and then Wesker's son.
Okay.
I think. I could be wrong.
Okay.
I could be so wrong.
Yeah, we'll do that.
I want to fight the T-Rex.
That does sound pretty cool. I've seen the T-Rex. That's like one of the only things I know about 6. There's a T-Rex.
That's the only thing I remember, because I remember Angry Joe did a bit where he played the Jurassic Park theme during the boss fight, and I thought it was really funny.
Nice. Very nice.
But yeah, so they just go to Alcatraz, and like they just fight.
Yeah, and then they meet the dude whose name I don't remember, but his whole thing is that I had to kill my friend back in Raccoon City, so I'm sad.
Yeah,
so I'm gonna make everyone dead and zombies because of it. I'm sad and angsty.
No, he's doing the thing where, like, you know, it's a lot like oh god.
Why is every one of these villains' plans is because they're sad?
No, like they're doing that thing where it's like, because like Umbrella is like, sorry dude, your friend got, like, I don't know, he got hanky panky with a zombie.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to smash his face in, and he goes, but can't we save them? And Umbrella goes, nah. Negatory, just, you know, apply hammer firmly to brain, you know, which is sad. And his logic is, it's because of people in power and corporations that Raccoon City happened. Now, this is this thing I hate in media where there's like a decent line of logic here of why someone will do it. But because they're hitting a point where they're like, wait, hold on, they're actually kind of right. The writer goes, oh no, they're the villain. They just want to murder everyone. This happens so many times. But this one specifically got me really mad because he keeps saying people in power, because he goes on a whole diatribe for like 10 minutes. Like, dude, people in power did this to me, so my life's terrible, so I'm going to murder everyone. What? What? That doesn't even follow your own logic.
Big gap here between like his reasoning and his actual plan.
They're like
big gap of logic.
Bro, he's a villain. He's supposed to have the wrong line of thinking. Can it like make sense though?
Yeah.
Like how do you go from the rich and wealthy oligarchs forced me in a situation where I had to murder my friend? Genocide the earth. How did we get to these 2 points? Like, maybe if, like, then, I don't know, a flash mob stepped on his kids. I don't really know. I can't be... But, like, there has to be something for him to connect A to B, but there's nothing. But he won't stop talking about it, so I have to notice it, because there's no plot. He is the plot. They solved the plot within 2 minutes.
Yeah.
So they have to have him be on screen and explain things. And then it's like, and then Leon's like, why is Maria here? We shop at the same store.
Yeah.
Back to me talking about this incident. And I'm like, please give me anything else. He even does like the Saw thing where he goes, I have injected the virus into Claire and a guy. Leon, if you're so virtuous, Claire is infected. Shoot Claire. And Leon goes, no. Oh, you're so high and mighty, Leon, but now, when faced with adversity, you can't... What? What? And it's just like, this is like a whole like 20-minute scene, by the way, of just pain. And then, what's the B plot? Rebecca's like, I got the cure, and she's attacked by zombie sharks. And I'm like, dude, that's cool. And then the plot's like, hey, you want to know what we should do? Go back to the main villain, because he's still going on his rant. I couldn't. I really couldn't.
Rebecca is given very little to do in this movie, too.
Yeah, she's like, no, I'm not. I was gonna say she's like Claire and Infinite, but no, she brings a cure.
Yeah, that's like the only thing she does, though.
In the final scene, she held a pistol for approximately 45 seconds.
Did she do anything with that pistol?
She went pew pew and then ran away.
All right, fair enough.
All right. Of course, plot doesn't matter. Everyone just kind of. Oh my God! You know what also drove me nuts? So like all these characters are coming together, nobody cares.
Yeah. Again, just like in Degeneration, it's done with so little pomp and circumstance. Again, this is the first time Jill and Leon have met, and it's literally like, oh hey, hi Jill, and that's it.
Hey Jill, where's your gun? Lost it. Can I have one? Sure. All right, let's shoot things.
Yeah, that's literally all you get.
Claire's was worse. We're literally, she's like, Chris is like, Jill, I think you might have a couple emotional problems. I think you should go see a therapist and like I'm glad you're here, but like take a break. And Jill goes, I am an Avenger. These people are scum. I'm not gonna stop. And then like Chris goes, let's go get some coffee in the break room. And Claire goes, hey girlfriend, hey Jill.
Yeah.
No, I'm sorry.
Why
That's
were
rude.
they in the
That's
break room
rude.
together?
No, because they don't even talk about saying hi. Claire and Jill just strike up a random conversation about the plot. There's no hi. These two characters have never met in the game.
Yeah, that's right. I forgot
Jill
and Claire I've never met
Never
either.
met Claire? Did she meet Rebecca?
I don't know. I don't think so, because I think Rebecca's only been in Zero, right?
Did Jill ever meet Rebecca? Jill meets... Oh.
All right, yeah, they were from SARS, so they definitely met before.
Yeah. So...
But this is the first time we've seen them meet on screen.
Yeah, and like, theoretically, if that was that was before 98. So like, 2015, again, almost 20 years.
Yeah.
Jill just goes,
What's up?
she does the thing like social awkward people do when they walk and they just go, and then walk away. Like, really? That you put all 5 of them on the movie poster, and Jill's literally acting like an autist, being like, "No, it's not." Meanwhile, Chris is like, rocking the Hawaiian shirt, having a fun time.
Yeah.
Hey, buddy. Hey. Jill's like, I've never seen you before, hon. So I thought there was gonna be way more fan service, but it's just Jill moping around and then just action.
Which, you know what? Part of me kind of respects it for that, because, like, fan service, you ride a really fine line.
Yeah.
You ride a really fine line, especially with Resident Evil. Oh, God, yes. So, like, I don't know. Again, part of me respects it for not being like, whoa, Jill Valentine, you're the main character from some of the other games. But, like, I don't know.
Maybe
just a little bit more than just like,
It's probably just because there's too many characters. If it was just Jill, Claire, and I don't know, Chris, we could have gotten something. But no, they had to shoehorn Rebecca. Leon's just there.
He's just there. Leon's always there.
He's
the golden boy of Resident Evil.
He just appears like a FNAF. I don't even remember why he even got to Alcatraz. Literally, the scene is like, okay, so Chris, Jill,
he's there
and
at the very beginning of the movie.
For something, but he's nowhere near everyone.
And then, like, Jill gets separated from the rest of the team, and she's, like, in the sewers, and she literally just runs into Leon. He's like, oh, hi, Jill.
Yeah, he literally pops out like a FNAF animatronic, and Jill's like, hey, what's up? And he goes, hey, what's up? We chillin'? We chillin'. And then, like, a liquor shows up because they just keep making liquors, apparently.
And they're different. They're aquatic now, which I think they look kind of cool.
Yeah,
I like the more aquatic liquors.
Yeah, even though the fish zombies from Revelation still look better than those.
No, 100%.
Whatever. And then
but that requires them getting a new model. The liquors, clearly, they just stuck some, flippers and antenna
like
on,
little
flappy
things.
On the RE2 remake models and called it a day.
So Rebecca comes with the cure after surviving the zombie sharks of Alcatraz, which I wish was a lot cooler than what I described.
That's the name for my next album.
The zombie sharks of Alcatraz.
Yeah. That's my next black metal album title.
Sounds like an Aquabat song title.
Damn it, they stole it from me.
So, I'm trying to remember. So then they go and they gotta fight the main guy now. And so it was, I forget what happens. It was like Leon fights Maria from Vendetta.
Yep.
And he kind of just gets like chucked into walls. Now remember, she's a superhuman.
Yes.
Like she throws Leon into into a pillar because everyone likes trying to break Leon's back.
Yeah.
Wink. And she's beaten because Leon just does a really well-timed kick into a conveniently placed spike.
Yeah, and she just gets stabbed in the back and just dies.
Through the heart.
Sorry, through the heart and dies. Like, it was just like, wow, that was convenient.
Yeah, because she's like, I want to avenge for you killing my brother in Vendetta. And Leon goes, kick, and then he wins against,
Yeah.
This is like a regular dude fighting Captain America and just pushes him into a death trap.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, sweetie, where's the... I thought she was going to come back because I'm like, there's no...
I know.
There's no...
But then she doesn't.
She's
and
like
then we just deal with the big bad, big villain boss man.
Who jumps out and does the same exact thing in Vendetta, but way less cooler, where he just merges, does the fusion dance
with the big zombie shark.
Yeah, and becomes not a shark, but a thing.
Who knows what it is?
Thing.
It's just a big fleshy creature.
But and then everyone does the Marvel group shot where they're all together and they start shooting them with pistols. And then it's just fan service from there on out.
Literally. It's
everything.
Every final weapon in a Resident Evil game. Every single like rocket launcher from the first game, RE2,
4
4 probably, the railgun from RE3.
Yeah.
They all make an appearance. I don't know where the railgun came from.
Yeah.
It was just in a crate somewhere.
Yeah, the hyper-experimental railgun that Jill literally, I'm gonna be real, in the plot of Resident Evil 3, she lucked into finding that thing.
Yes.
Otherwise,
she would have died.
Died from Nemesis, because she was like, even before it was she just walked into a lab thinking, yeah, I can make it out of here, and then Nemesis just Kool-Aid Mans through a wall. I keep saying that, but that's just what Nemesis does,
Yeah,
all right?
he does.
Like, she was lucky, and she was lucky again, because she just opens the crate and goes, hey, bada bing, bada boom, I found another one, and guess what? And she literally goes, guys, trust me, this baby goes up to 2,100 Fahrenheit per hour. It does like the stats of it to tell him. It's like, I just need a couple minutes.
And then it doesn't do shit. She talks it up so much.
Guys, remember that it does this?
Reference!
Look! Brrr. Oh, wait, we can't kill it because that's been done before. More references! Get them!
I didn't even know what they drop a door on it, like Jill jumps in the water to like lure it away or something.
She goes to lure it into the water, and she does the cringiest. First of all, I gotta say the thing I don't like about Resident Evil 3 Remake, the game, the most is the fact how like I hate to be that prude guy, but like how awkwardly timed all the swearing is. Like, swearing's cool and all, but like all the time it's always like at the most weirdest line or like the weirdest line reads.
Yeah.
And this one, it was like, Jill literally goes, hold on, you're killing other people because you had to kill your friend? Deal with it yourself, asshole. And then she like jumps into the water to lead him into the door, gets stuck, immediately, mind you, has to have someone save her, then they close the door on the guy killing it. Which I don't know how the iron door kills it and not the plasma rifle that could kill Nemesis.
I don't know.
I don't.
I guess the door, like, I think the door decapitates him.
The door is also a railgun.
There's also a railgun, that too.
That door heats up to 200,000 Fahrenheit. It's an experimental one, they locked into it. I literally, and then they all literally just sit at the steps going, and they all just do like bounce off one-liners.
Yeah.
Like the ending scene in the first Avengers when they're eating the falafels or whatever. I don't care. And then it ends.
Yeah. Low B?
High C.
Okay, I'll say high C.
High C. I can't. No, this movie's too stupid.
Okay.
But like the thing that would boost it to a B. Because you described it like Godzilla Final War.
Yes.
If it was as campy as that, I would like if they all did the group shot and Sum 41 started playing, or like something like that.
So you're telling me that we should make a fan edit of this movie?
Yeah.
With the Sum 41 soundtrack.
But that and the fact that everyone, the acting direction, and this is like the same acting direction I didn't like in like 4, the remake of 4. Where everyone's so stoic and like serious. But like it's not like Ethan, where like, yeah, if I saw a giant monster, I too would call it fat, ugly, and then shoot it. Right? Like that's what Ethan Winters does.
Yeah.
Everyone's gotta do like their poses, but like they're like too embarrassed at half these one-liners. Like it feels like they're too serious to have fun. Which is why I have to keep it at C. If it was more tongue-in-cheek, and everyone was just like having a fun time, like I'd do it. But like the main plot line is Jill feeling guilt. If it was just Jill being like, I want to kill something, like I'd be like, you know what? Go off, Queen.
You've convinced me. High C.
You know?
But how high? That's the question.
Chief, we have one movie in C.
Okay. That's easy.
It's one movie. It's one movie, and it's going over it because
yeah, it's the original Resident Evil movie.
Yeah,
it's boring. I don't remember anything from that movie.
There was all those shots of the maps of the base.
Well, that was in every single.
But this one, they had a lot of them. That was the transition of every single.
That's true. It was. Okay, so yeah, high C.
Woo. Bye. Happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween.
We'll see you guys next week for more Halloween shenanigans.